Today, I'm going to walk you through the entire finishing department here at Diamond CNC. Let's check it out. Before we get to the finishing cell, I'd like to just point out the few steps it takes before we get there. Is that the doors are cut there on the CNC machine. Then they make their way over here to the V200 where we do all the hinge drilling, all through bar coating. The doors come down from the CNC onto the lean-to buggies right into the finishing department, where we sand them right here on this bench, touch up any kind of imperfections with the hand sanding of this air sander. Once the faces have been sanded, they end up through this edge sander and return conveyor system to sand all the edges perfectly, all four sides of it. The second stage of sanding, after they've been face sanded and edge sanded, is to now put them through the Lauer Disc Master. This is an automated brush sander with conveyor belt on it, so we can put up to 50 doors through with one person before having to go and grab them at the other end. From the end of the conveyor of the sanding, we stack them back up on a door cart and bring them around to the feed side of the Cefla. So if you're unfamiliar, we did just get a Cefla Prima installed here at Diamond CNC. So the doors will come through to the feed side here of the machine and go right back down where we just went at the sanding. Bringing the Cefla into our production has really increased the amount that we can put through the finishing department. With the added production that our sanding equipment can put out, our lone finisher only spends about 3 hours a day sanding and spraying, opening them up to do other things around the shop. After our first coat of primer, we allow a 5-minute flash off time before feeding the doors through the Cefla for a second coat, giving us 10 wet mils of primer. Attached to the manual spray booth, we do have some sunspot units in a recirculating oven room that takes our dry time on primer down to 10 minutes and takes the dry time down on our paint down to 30 minutes. We push the racks of doors into the oven to keep them dust free and to help them dry. After the 2 primer coats, the doors head back to the sanding bench where the edges get sanded and the faces get inspected, touched up with the air sander, where they then head back through the Lauer to get all the brush sanding done and the faces sanded to perfection. From there, we just rinse and repeat. The doors will go back through the Cefla to get the top coat, and then the doors get pushed into the oven to dry. This concludes the entire finishing process here at Diamond CNC. To recap, the doors come off the CNC, head to the sanding bench, imperfections are touched up, they go through the edge sander, through the Lauer to get the faces sanded, and then through the Cefla for 2 coats of primer before drying. Inspected and hand sanded again through the Lauer, back through the Cefla for the top coat. It's a 2 primer, 1 paint process, mostly automated through machining. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Remember that helps us determine whether or not you guys enjoy the content, because I really want to show off some of the equipment that we do have around here. We're happy to display some of the processes we have. We're happy to show the equipment that we have. I really think this industry is underappreciated with the equipment that is available. So I hope this gives you a glimpse on how to finish a door using this automated equipment.